Oh, hello there, back again. Sorry about that before. It wasn't as bad as it seemed, but it was really scary, so we had to kind of figure some things out. Oh boy. So if you guys, I don't know what happened with what you guys saw. I tried to go back and look at the stream again, and it. So if you're watching this like for the first time or whatever, I was doing my Gen Con pre-show, and the house got struck by lightning. Fortunately, it wasn't a direct strike, so that's why I still have electricity. If you were watching it, you'll notice the lights didn't actually go out. That should have been my first indication, but I wasn't thinking clearly because it was the loudest strike. I thought I'd been hit by a mortar or something. It was extremely, extremely loud. And I don't know how well it came across. And I went back to try as soon as I got the internet restored. I had to go out and buy some new equipment real quick. Yeah. So we basically in the area I live. Usually, anytime there's a lightning strike anywhere, like in my zip code, it sends like a surge through my cable line through the cable modem and blows up all my internet equipment. And that hasn't happened in a long time. We had some new wiring put in. Let me adjust this. We had some new wiring put in, and right now, I guess what happened is it blew out the the wireless router, and so some of the internet equipment went out. And so I think I'm just streaming off of my phone, off of like the LTE, the quality may not be that good right now. So I apologize for that, if that's the case. But yes, but we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna kind of keep going with some of the pre-show stuff. So for all you guys that were watching before, I apologize. But lightning struck, knocked out internet, and it was really loud and really scary. And I thought. Somebody said, "Why would you go outside?" He's like, "I ran outside. I wanted to see if my house was on fire. I was trying to like look around outside." So yes, so we're back. We're okay. It's we're ready to kind of keep going. And I know it stinks as I've been saying all day. It was going to be at 6 o'clock. It's going to be at 6 o'clock. Well, now it's 7 o'clock. So. Anyway, I thought I'd still kind of go over some of the things that we were kind of picking up where we left off. We were talking about Legion. So if you guys are still here, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming back. I don't even know if the other stream, like if it's just picking up where it left off, or how any of that is working. But so if you guys are hanging out with us, we're talking about Legion, X-Wing, and Armada, and we're gonna probably do some giveaways also. Let me do that. Let me grab some goodies while we're waiting for a couple of people to join. Again, sorry about everything before. Sorry about what the house getting struck by lightning and having to kind of fix everything. But that's, I guess, what happens. Oh man, wow! I've got some Destiny promos. Anybody play Destiny still? Wow, I've got some old school Destiny promos. So I guess the question is, does anybody even play Destiny, or would anybody even watch Star Wars Destiny promos? That's an interesting one. I don't know. I might hold on to those for a while. Those will be good sentimental stuff for another day. Oh man, what is this? I got a bag of goodies here, man. Look at this. Oh wow, man, this is. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm not giving this away because it's not mine, but this was a promo of some of a protectorate, a Fang fighter. That I found this one. I believe it was at my first Gen Con. Somebody had made this one. I think they dropped it. This wasn't even given to me. So if you made this one, there you go. I found your promo, and I've got it. So that's pretty cool. All right. Let's see. What are we gonna give away? I'm gonna do little cards. Oh, let's do little card. Let's do a rapid reload for Armada. That's gonna come up a little bit later when we start talking Armada. Rapid reload. Black die. upgrade for Armada. We'll give one of those away a little bit later. Okay, so let's go ahead and start talking about what's on the agenda for Gen Con for Legion, right? We know Maul and Anakin are getting announced, but we also know that they have a live stream planned to not just talk about new stuff, but to talk about sculpts, which is interesting to me. Why they would use their live stream for Legion, arguably their biggest game right now. Certainly the game with the most new stuff coming out, the most new preview articles. Why would they use that just to talk about sculpting? Unless maybe there's something about Legion's new releases that make people want to talk about sculpting. Maybe Maul and Anakin have like the most amazing sculpts we've ever seen. Which wouldn't that be cool? So that excites me a little bit. I'm also curious if they'll talk about a Legion points adjustment or errata. Because they've been looking at doing something like that about maybe once a year. I think it's a good time to really start the discussion on points and I'm curious if they'll talk about that at all. I'm curious what you guys think also, because yeah. Nick says, "Why are you sorry? Did you cause the lightning?" No, I did not cause the lightning. But I don't know. It was. I should have. I'm sorry that I didn't. I'm sorry that I didn't recognize that it wasn't as big of a deal when I didn't lose power. Like the fact that the lights didn't go out should have given it away. This no, the house wasn't completely struck. Like I still had power. We did lose internet though. It fried some equipment. But I'm glad that that's all the damage. I hate to have had my freaking roof catch on fire. Yeah, General Veers shot me with his 1 pip. All right, so, but also another thing that I'm curious about is like kind of how Maul and Anakin are going to be, if we're going to get actually a unit preview of them, if we're going to get that unit preview of Inferno Squad before the in-flight brief, which is Wednesday. That's going to be an interesting thing. I'm expecting Anakin to have some synergy with Padme. I'm expecting Anakin to, I don't know if we'll get to see his command cards at all or anything like that, but I expect his unit card to be one that certainly wants to take advantage of some of the new stuff that Padme has. If you saw my most recent Legion battle report, we were running Padme and Obi-Wan, or Sean was running Padme and Obi-Wan, and they worked out really well together. So she seems like, while she's a great support for clones, she can also be a great support for Jedi. Because while she can let other units share her tokens, it was like, oh, that's good for clones. Well, yeah, but clones can already do that. It's also especially good for Jedi that can't already do that. Like, she can take dodges, and then all those other Jedi can be like, oh, I need one right now. Okay, boom. So that much is actually pretty cool. Although, I wonder about something. I believe if she had, because I think she has Nimble, right? If she takes if Obi-Wan spends her dodge, she doesn't get a dodge back. Obi-Wan spent the dodge, right? Yeah. I think that works. Yeah, that makes sense. These are things I would normally just think inside my head, but I don't have an internal voice. I only have an external voice, and that's why I go on YouTube all the time, just to talk and talk and talk for the camera. Anyway, but I am curious if we're going to see the rest of this wave, or if it's just going to be Maul and Anakin. I kind of hope there's more than that, but considering that the leaks were only Maul and Anakin, I wonder if there's more. And if there is more, are they going to be more Jedi and Sith type characters? And how are they all going to be different? That's one of the biggest questions I have, is how do you keep making Jedi characters that aren't all jump and deflect and charge and, and more of the same? So I'm really curious, the different design space they're going to use for future lightsaber wielding Jedi type characters. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds, especially for Maul, because Maul's I think maybe my most anticipated unit for Star Wars Legion. Now, next up is X-Wing. We're going to talk about X-Wing a little bit because X-Wing has a new wave announced. Originally, they weren't going to talk about X-Wing, or at least they said, other games that they didn't include X-Wing as far as what they were going to be talking about. But X-Wing's they're going to be talking about the new wave for X-Wing. And so the big question that I've got is, well, what wave is that exactly? Because we know a lot of different things from various leaks. We know that there's the TIE RB or the TIE Brute from Solo, a Star Wars story. There's a Continental working title. We don't know exactly what that is. So is that going to be included? Or is it just going to be these 4 ships that kind of go together, which is going to be, I'm trying to remember here, the ETA 2, V-Wing, the Jango's Slave One, and the Tri-Fighter. So I'm curious if it's just going to be those 4 Clone Wars faction ships, or are they going to do more than 4? And if they do a wave that's like 7 ships or 6 or 7 ships, then why did they do a wave that was only 3 ships, right? Like it's just so weird. You know, it makes me really think that Wave 7 wasn't meant to be spoiled when it was spoiled, and that wasn't supposed to be Wave 7. It makes me think that makes me really think that stuff has kind of gone kind of screwy around that. I'm also curious if they're going to talk about points. I think they're talking about that during the live stream. I don't think they'll mention that during the in-flight brief. But if they're going to talk about the Aces High, kind of those promo cards that went out, so one of my subscribers, one of you guys actually had said that as far as X-Wing goes, the new those new cards that were out, that win that last OP kit, that actually have experience built onto them. So they're basically, if you're not familiar, these were quick builds that had an experience tracker. So like as you get kills, you gain new things like extra hull, or reload a torpedo, or gain an extra shield, or gain a new ability, or something like that. A really cool format, something for Aces High, or for like a casual multiplayer format. Is this a new format or a new adaptation of Aces High that's coming? And it was some people were under the impression it's like, no, this was just a fun little thing for like just those like 5 or 7 pilots that got it, just that one generic each. And I'm like, that seems really messed up to give a whole new way to play to only those people that got an OP kit. So I expect them to kind of talk about that. That's certainly a question I have for them. That looks extremely fun. Why only give it to a handful of people? Especially a really, really fun way to play X-Wing. So hopefully they will make that available, you know, at least the text of it available to everybody else. I mean, granted, you can always just print out a picture or something like that, but I'd like for FFG to actually like step up and make something like that available for fun events, for more than just those ships too. I would like, you know, be really cool if more generic ships, you know, were to gain some access to that experience feature. That looks really cool. Also, I am curious if we're going to start seeing previews for X-Wing's Wave 7. Like, it's been announced for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. And I know that normally it's like 2 weeks before you'll get a preview or whatever, but Legion's starting getting previews now, and they're over a month out as far as when, you know, I think they're 5 weeks out from Clan Ren got its preview today, and they're very, very far out from actual release date. I think their release date is August 28th. So they have a ways to go. So clearly the rules of engagement have changed. So that's one of the things that I wonder about as far as X-Wing goes. Now let's talk Armada. Armada's the fun part. How many of you guys are interested in a promo for Armada? By the way, how many of you guys are interested in the rapid reload? Give me a hell yeah, or a hashtag Armada or something like that. If you guys are interested in that. But yeah, so Armada's getting Clone Wars announced. Man, we're like 2 days away from it. Can you believe this? Shan Ling, you're the first one. I'm gonna give it to you. Shan Ling, you got the rapid reload. So go ahead and shoot me an email at. As a matter of fact, you know what? I got another one. I have 2 of these. I'm gonna give one of these out. I'm gonna give somebody else out another one. So keep them coming. Keep the hashtag Armadas coming. I've got a second one. I'm gonna give away 2 rapid reloads today. 2 rapid reloads. Oh yes. All right. So yes, just shoot me a hashtag Armada in chat if you're interested in that. So let's see. So Armada's got the Clone Wars coming out. I've got a lot of questions for how this is going to work. First off, their live stream specifically is talking about new rules. So I'm really curious, like, what are the new rules? Is it just, and I talked about this a little bit in a video I did for Armada, but man, they, you know, if you're just doing like the regular rules that might come with like any new faction, I don't know if like how much that would be, if it would really be worthy of like your Gen Con live stream, unless there's a lot of new rules. I think there's going to be a significant amount of new rules. Hoping it's not a full-blown 2.0, because that would be heartbreaking to a lot of people, and I'm not saying that I might not be one of them. I don't know, but yeah, like I'm really curious about things like clone only. Like they included that in on one of their preview cards. Like I want to find out like what makes a ship a clone ship versus a Jedi ship. Is that going to be like the two sides of the ships? Is it going to be like the clone version and the Jedi version, maybe? Or is it going to depend on your commander? Maybe if you've got a Jedi commander, you can't equip clone cards, but like Jedi ran clones. So in my mind, I'm having a hard time trying to speculate. And let's see who's going to win the other Armada promo here. Let's go with Blake Ewert. Blake, you're going to win the other one. All right, so both of you guys who won one of these, guys and gals, people, just go ahead and shoot me an email at mailcrabbok@gmail.com. You can find it on the back end of my YouTube channel, or if you can find it on crabbok.com under the Contact Me thing. But basically, just shoot me your shipping info, and I'll get those out to you. Congratulations. All right. So let's see. But I'm also curious what's going on with the dials upgrades for Armada. You know, they have a whole dials kit planned. So why? That's really one of my biggest questions. Like, why would you just take some kind of arbitrary piece of plastic that everybody has a million of and start selling those exclusively in their own pack? Why? What's the reasoning? I've talked about it before. Like, are they going to start doing ships without dials? Are they going to change the dials somehow? Are they cosmetic, or did the good idea fairy strike and say people need more dials? Like, that's like saying, do we need more? I don't know, man. Like, I have a hard time coming up with a good on the spot analogy for that. But yeah, like that's saying, do we need more focus tokens for X-Wing, right? Like, let's get more focus tokens. No, we really don't need more dials. So unless they've changed something, I'm really curious why. Really curious about why on that. I got some notes here. Oh yeah, big thing for Armada. Are they willing to kind of step up and do the same thing that X-Wing and Legion have done? And that's points changes in errata, like on maybe a yearly basis or something like that. I think that they should be willing to do that. I think something like that is a healthy stream of new like breath into the gaming community for a game like Armada, and I'd like to see more attention to the competitive play and the rules and the ability to errata stuff. I think they said something about having a change to the RRG where they can make updates now or something like that. So that would be really exciting. I'm curious, what are you guys hoping to see out of the in-flight brief? I mean, plus we're getting other games too. I'm going to be covering all of those too, by the way. So I'm going to be covering Gen Con pretty heavily. Hopefully I'll get you all the information that you're looking for. I'll be doing a cross of like live streams, a cross of that and, recorded videos, breaking news, all kinds of stuff like that. I know this was this has been a shorter live stream. It was really a continuation of the earlier half of the live stream where I got struck by lightning and what my house did. And we had to kind of stop immediately. So sorry for the broken stream tonight, guys. But I'm sure, you guys are cool. You guys understand. Everybody's been really cool in chat. So I appreciate the warm wishes and everything. We're okay here. I'm okay. But yeah, it was a little shocked because it was super loud. I was like, I don't know where it actually impacted, but it had to have been like within 20 feet of my house. It was like, it was kind of like that. But with that said, I am going to go get something to drink, calm down, and I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry that this was a broken up stream, but I'm going to catch my breath, and we'll be bringing you guys all the good Gen Con information starting Wednesday night. Are you excited? I'm excited. All right, guys. Don't forget, if you like the video, go ahead and like, subscribe. Click on the links below for social media. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And don't forget to check out the merch in the description below. That also definitely helps support the channel. I want to thank you so much. And as always, have a great day.